point. Oh, you got fish.
Yeah. Oh, it's a good one.
Good?
Yeah. You ready? There he is. Woohoo!
All right.
How's that, guys? What's that in the mouth there? Hey guys, welcome back to eFishin. I'm Rodney, and today, well, we've had a little snow outside, so we're not fishing this week. So I thought we would tie a jig. And this jig I've been tying, I call it the Money Jig. And I saw a version of this somewhere on at a store, and well, I've started kind of playing with it a little bit, and I've kind of come up with my own little rendition. So let's get to it. We're going to start out here with a 3/4 ounce football head jig. Nothing real special about that. I've tied it on poison tail jig and other things too. And this one's just got a brown head, but I've also tied it on like a watermelon head and a black head too. So this jig, it's only got 4 colors in it, and it's pretty easy. You could probably get by with the 3 colors, but it's got a green pumpkin, a watermelon barbed wire in it, a couple of blue strands, and a couple of orange strands. So let's start on it. So we've got the jig in the vise, and we just got some black thread in our bobbin, and it is, what is this? It's 210. So we're just going to start with by making a couple of wraps here and getting all this, just putting a little thread base down here so we got something to tie to. We're just going to snip off our little excess thread there. And our first color that we're going to use is just this green pumpkin. I think it's Nature's Edge green pumpkin. It's got some black flake in it. And we're just going to use 1 tab of this. So we're going to lay this down here. We're going to line this left tab up here with kind of at the end of the hook. And then we're just going to make a light loop or 2 around the jig just to hold this. And then we're just going to take our silicone rubber here, and we're just going to even it out around the jig. And then when we think we got it even, we're going to take it, pull it tight, and then give it a couple of tight wraps. And then we're just going to rotate it and just make sure we got it kind of even all the way around the jig. And then once we got our jig here even with our green pumpkin, we're going to rotate it to where the top of the jig is up. Our second color is going to be this watermelon barbed wire. And we've rotated our jig to where we've got the top being up. And then we're just going to do the same thing. We're just going to lay this on here. We're going to give this a couple of light wraps. And then we're just going to kind of even this barbed wire skirt out here. So it's kind of even on around the jig a little bit. And we can rotate this thing around here a little bit and see that we need to even these up right here, like so. And then when we get it, we're going to pull it tight and give it a couple of tight wraps, right like that. Our third color is going to be this blue, and we've only got about 4 strands of it, 4 or 5 maybe. And I don't like to have a whole lot of blue, just enough just to kind of give it a little bit of an accent. Let's lay that in there kind of like this right here. Hold all that. Give this a couple of light wraps. Then we're going to do the same thing. We're going to try to spread this blue out just a little bit. So it's on the top half of the jig, and we just broke one off there. We'll give that couple of tight wraps like that. Now, this little deal right here, this little hair clip, is real handy when you start getting a lot of different colors on your jig. You can kind of bunch all this stuff up and take this hair clip and kind of bunch that up there like that and give that thing a little, clean it up just a little bit so this stays out of your way. So once we got that on there, we're just going to give this thing a couple of tight wraps here. Like that, and then we're going to rotate it around. And then our final color is going to be about 4 strands orange, and we're going to lay them on the back here. We'll do this same thing. We'll give it a couple of light wraps, and then we're just going to move them around a little bit so they're not too clumped. And then once we got them like we want them, we'll hold all this back here, and then we're just going to give it a couple of, probably about 15 or so really tight wraps. Kind of like that right there. And then to finish the knot off, if y'all watched any of my other jig tines, y'all know I like to use a piece of mono. And this is probably about 10 pound. And we're going to lay that on there, kind of like that right there. And then we'll give this about 10 or 15 or so wraps. Kind of like that. And we're just going to take our scissors. And then just pull that line through all those wraps. Like that right there. And then we're going to find our thread. And what I like to do is I kind of like to pull on it just a little bit, just to make sure it's cinched down good. And then we're just going to snip it off right there like that. And that's going to finish off our jig. All we got to do now is cut the tabs off and put the weed guard in. All right, for the weed guard, I like to use this stuff right here, this Loctite gel super glue. Now, I will say this, your little hair clip right here comes in handy too with this. Because you can take your jig and kind of get all that nice and tight. Then take your hair clip and put that around your jig like that. That way you don't have any strands or anything up here messing around with your weed guard while the glue's drying. So all we're going to do is just we're going to put a little bit of that glue in the hole there, and then we're just going to take our weed guard and stuff it down in there. Gonna make sure it's straight, because you don't want your weed guard being all cattywampus, and get it in there the way you want it. Now, we're going to wait till this dries, and then we'll be back and we'll finish it off. We've got our weed guard, it's dried, so we're ready just to start snipping the ends of these off. And that's just real easy. Just take your scissors and go around your jig. Snip them off. And sometimes they stick together, but that's all right. You can pull them apart pretty easy. And let's see, that should be about it right there, I believe. Got that thing. Oh, right here's one more. Oh, I think we got one more in here. Got some blue. Right here, a little bit of blue. Right there like that. Now, you could leave your jig like that. You like your skirts long and everything. I don't really like them that long. So what I like to do is I like to kind of grab it all up here and then the bend of the hook is right there, and I kind of like to grab the jig right there in that bend. And then I just like to take my scissors and kind of do these upward cups to them. And it kind of makes a mess if you don't hold it over a trash can, but it kind of gets them all uneven there. And there we go. There's my Money Jig. Now I like to fish this jig in clear water. It seems to do really good. I've been kind of experimenting with it over the past year or so, and I've caught some fish on it. So if you got clear water, may give that color combination a try there. I'm Rodney with eFishin. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button. We may fish this thing down at Dale Hollow here in a little bit. But anyways, thanks for stopping by. We'll see y'all out on the lake next time. We're out.